Hi, rats.
Hi, Jerry.
You can say hi. You can say hi to Flashes, not me.
Hi, Flashes.
How long have you guys been together now?
2 weeks.
About 2 weeks and 3 days, actually.
About 16 months.
Too long.
Yeah. Yeah, 16 months too long. And as you can tell from our accents, Jerry, we're not Australian.
You're not English neither.
No, we're an Irish band from Dublin. And we started off in Dublin about 16 months ago. And we came to England about 6 months ago. And we went to Germany 5 months ago and did an album. And this week, it went into the charts. The album did a 50 and the singles number 17 in the top 20. And it'll very soon be number 1 in Australia, I would imagine. All those glistening beach boys out there. Expect to be. Well, part of rock and roll has always been spot prizes, you know. If you do something, you win a prize. So we decided we'd bring back spot prizes. And we had a sort of ludicrous thing called Do the Rat, which involves sort of going like this. And things like that. And the people who made fools of themselves the best used to win pounds of raw liver, which they could take home and cook or do what they liked with, really. And
they did.
And they did. And we did.
Fling it back at us.
We did some other things as well. The rat thing.
Oh, we played in this place called the Project Art Centre in Dublin, which is it's a place where all these patrons, the self-styled patrons of the arts, all hang out. You know, college rejects and people like that. And during Do the Rat, we had this guy with a cage with a rat in it at the side of the stage, and he let it out and shipped it off, and all these girls started screaming and leaping for the chairs, and all their boyfriends saying, "I'll handle it, dear," you know, and they sort of looking for broom handles and chasing the thing. Needless to say, it got away.
So, like, that got us a certain amount of notoriety, and you know, people, I mean, are essentially, I suppose, masochists, and they came back for more. Another thing we did was we showed a blue movie before a gig, and you can let out a whole cage full of rats. You can deliver crate loads of raw liver to gigs if you feel like, but you don't show blue movies in Ireland. And we showed one before a gig, and of course we had the priests and police down our throats, and we were denounced from the pulpit, etc., etc.
Do you consider yourselves a punk band?
No. I'll tell you what we play. We play music that is 1977 pop music. If people can't understand that, if they can't see it, if they're, like, I mean, the barriers in England certainly have come down in radio and TV, and I don't think there's any such thing as punk. There's a new sort of form of music which is called the new wave. On one end of that, you've got the Sex Pistols, and that sort of area is called punk. On the other side of the spectrum, you've got the Feel-Goods and you've got Graham Parker, and in between that is a huge area of music, and we're part of that somewhere. We are definitely part of the new wave. But so we're not a punk band, and we're not the Feel-Goods either on the other side, and we're somewhere in between that. And essentially, when it boils down to, is that this is the 1977, and this is the pop music of today, you know. And when we're in 1978, you know, it'll be 1978 pop music.
The album that's coming out, have you got a copy of it you could show us?
Yeah. Well, I'll show you the single first. It was a 12-inch single, the same size as an album. I don't know if that'll be coming out like this in Australia. But for every one of the lucky kids who gets it, you get a cut-out armband, which people have been wearing at the gigs. They've actually cut the record sleeve to bits. And that's the front, that's me.
That's the new...
It's a good picture, isn't it?
That's the new fashion in England, isn't it?
12-inch?
12-inch singles that go
it's a good sales gimmick, you know, aside from anything else. And but we wanted people to turn up wearing it.
Mr. Honesty.
We've sold about 90,000 of the single, and so presumably there's 90,000 people going around with rats armbands that says Boomtown Rats, and that's a rat.
Have you got a copy of the album anyway?
But,
give us a look at the album.
You also got a hat with it. And,
thank you.
And this is the album. They are, Gary, would you like to show them? So this will be coming out in Australia shortly.
That's me.
It's probably the best album I've ever heard. That's the back, and that's
the best
plastic.
album I ever played on, anyway.
And it's tremendous. What can I tell you? Straight in a 50 on one day's sales.
Great. Tell me, Johnny, have you just got up, or do you always wear pyjamas?
I'm a natural poseur.
Well, he just escaped from the lunatic asylum this morning, and we haven't had time to put him into civvies, you know.
Is that right?
Back to hospital.
Thank you.
Thank you.